Hey, I want to know what happened to Nolan Wells. It's so sad that in this day and age, a young black man could go on a boat trip with all white boys and not come back. It's very suspicious and it's very sad. The first inclination that I had that white people didn't think we were equal was as a young lady hanging out at my white girlfriend's house. So we're hanging out, having a good time, and we got into an argument. And when we got into that argument, she called my mother ignorant and she called my father ignorant. When her father found out about it, she eventually apologized. We had our kumbaya moment and we were back as if nothing had ever happened, because that's what black people do. We just act like nothing ever happened, right? And so a little while after that, we were hanging out at her house again. I had slept over there, ate over there, had a good time over there with her parents and her. And let me tell you this, my parents had vetted them. They had come to our house. My father met her father, so they knew how we lived. They knew what we stood for. They knew we had morals and values and things like that. But we're hanging out at her house again, and her mother and I happened to be left alone in the same room. And as much as I had hung out there, I did feel welcome for the most part, but it was just something about the way her mom would interact with me that gave me cause for pause. And so when we were in this room alone together, I said to her mom, I said, "You don't like me, do you?" She said, "No." I said, "I'm too dark for you, aren't I?" She said, "Yes." I said, "You don't like the way I wear my hair, do you?" She said, "No." I think I was maybe 19. And I was devastated. I had gone to an interracial kindergarten, an interracial preschool, an interracial elementary, an interracial high school. I never experienced racism right in my face. I never thought that white folks didn't think I was equal, even though my parents had told me about segregation. My parents had, we went down south and had whatever experiences my parents had. Never me though, But they told us about everything. But I had never really walked in those shoes, and it hasn't happened that much. Not like it happened for my mom and dad, that kind of racism, but just to know that this was the heart of these people, it devastated me. For a little while, I was very, very surprised. And I want to tell you one of the reasons why I was even more surprised with this group of white people than any other is because they were bleeding heart liberals. I mean, bleeding heart liberals. I mean, they fought against racism, so they said. They marched in the civil rights movements. They fought against apartheid. They marched on Washington. These are the kind of white people I'm talking about. But when it came down to the nitty gritty, my color, my hair, who I was, it was devastating, because I thought we was all friends. I thought we were all like one. I thought we all saw each other the same, but it wasn't so. And so it took me, it took that experience for me to recognize, no, some white people, many white people, don't see us as equals. They don't see us as humans. They don't see us as the same. Now let's fast forward. Now I'm 62. This happened 40 years ago, right? So let's fast forward to now. My niece is in an interracial high school, doing great. Everything's wonderful. She's got all these friends from all over the world. This one white girl from Poland tells her, and I think this girl's one of her friends, tells her, Polish people don't like black people, and then invites her over to her house. Well, her mother, my niece's mother, my sister, said, "No, we're not going there. You're not going there." But this is what I'm talking about. We are eating with you. We are laughing with you. You're laughing at us in some cases. We are having a good time. We're thinking everything is everything. But when the rubber meets the road, you're looking at us side-eyed, cross-eyed, sideways. And you're saying to yourself, they ain't like me. What happened to Nolan Wells? That's what I want to know. And let me tell you something. That's what we all should want to know. That's what we all, if you have any sense of morality, any good in your heart, we should all want to know what happened to Nolan Wells. And why are there so many inconsistencies in his story, in the story of how he died? Why are there so many inconsistencies? What happened to Nolan Wells?